I hope this video finds you well. So today I want to do a Scorpio full moon reading. I'm going to be using this spread. So this one's going to be a little quick, but don't worry. I'll do some longer ones soon. And I also have some pick-a cards coming. I know those are really popular. I personally love them myself. So let's get into some cards as soon as I grab them. Let's see. I'm going to try to use some different ones today so that I'm breaking it up and not doing the same thing. I got an invitation to step outside my comfort zone and to do some new things. And so while these may be some old things I used to do, they're new now to this version of me. And so we're going to do it. Just going to grab a bunch of decks. So Shaman Healing Oracle, love this deck. And then I have the Island Wellness. And then for whatever reason, I can't remember the name of this one or this one. And this is a Doreen Virtue Romance Angel deck. So let's get into the message. So the first one is going to be the cycle coming to a close. And remember, every full moon is a completing of a 6-month cycle from the original new moon of that sign. So this will be about what has been happening since the end of October, beginning of November, that time frame when Scorpio was in its new moon phase to now. And also know that this can be many years, right? This doesn't just have to be in this 6 months. It is an emphasis on that, but that it can be, like I said, many years. Like I just broke a 15-year cycle this last January. And while I did break it in the sign of Capricorn, it'd been a long time coming and I've been working on it for many years. And so definitely be flexible with that. All right, so the first one is the lesson coming to a close. All right, universe, light it up like the 4th of July. What is my collective? What's the lesson? Ooh, first jumper. The sorcerer. Tell me about this sorcerer. Bottom of the deck, taming the wind. Okay, so as soon as I seen that, that to me sounds like a power up with understanding your power and what you can and cannot control. And right underneath that is the witness. And so you becoming aware of what you can and cannot control. Scorpio definitely loves the deep dive and can be considered a control freak. Now, it may not be everyone, but I definitely think that that's a part of Scorpio. And so you have been learning what you can and cannot control and what is in your power, what is not in your power. And then also I heard the discernment to know the difference and to act accordingly. So what comes to mind then is just because you can doesn't mean you should. Likely I'm talking to some powerful psychics and some mediums as well, maybe tarot readers, healers, different versions, but people who know their mind well, who know their own power, and who know that they can make things happen and get things done. But this comes back to, again, just because you can doesn't mean you should, right? And learning those differences where there are things that you totally can and totally should, and learning that balance for yourself. Okay, universe, light up inside of this, the sorcerer. Tell me a little bit more about this lesson that's now coming to a close. I feel like now you know very well what those things are. Yeah. Abundance with addictions and paradise with the Cupid's arrow. And so knowing what is fertile and what is going to bear fruit for you and what is something that is good for you to invest your energy in versus something that is going to create more lack. Right? Chasing only brings more lack. And while this is the addiction card, I typically think of addictions as things that we chase, things that we think of as outside of ourselves, and things that we give our power to that don't bring us fertility and abundance, that just continuously perpetuate that lack cycle of not enough, right? And then What does bring you joy, right? Because addiction, it's addiction. It's like heroin, right? Relationships, money, gambling, smoking. Like for me, I've quit smoking. This will be my third month coming up very soon. And it brought me happiness. But in the end, was it truly a safe paradise? No, it wasn't. It was momentary and it brought me momentary satisfaction, but it caused a lot of harm to my body. So that was a 20-year cycle that I broke. This year, literally 20 years, and I quit. And so discernment to know the difference of that. This cycle that's coming to an end is a level up in your discernment and knowing what brings you fertility and abundance and what doesn't. Where to put your energy and where to not put your energy. And it's an understanding of the consequences as well, right? Every action has a reaction. And so there is always a consequence. Sometimes they are, I mean, depending on where you put your energy, oftentimes it works out in your favor, but sometimes it doesn't. And knowing that difference. Okay. And then with the arrow, intentionality. Being very intentional with your energy and knowing that when you pull that string back, where you're aiming and what you're investing your energy in. Okay. Next, we have the transformation. What have you gained from this cycle? What has the universe brought you? What have you brought yourself? Because remember, the universe is but a mirror and a helping hand. And so you're the one doing it all. You're choosing. You're the free willer. And everything is of your choice, whether conscious or unconscious. Okay, the transformation that my collective has gained, universe. Light it up like the 4th of July. Light that up. Show me so true. Show me what it is that they have broken, what this transformation in it that they have gained. We have the middle world with the corn, with taming the wind. And so you've learned how to walk in balance. You've learned how to plant your seeds and grow your garden into a harvest. You have learned, oh, this is so beautiful, you guys, your own discernment and how you yourself are the chooser and that where you put your energy, you go. And you've learned how to grow yourself a vast, abundant garden that feeds you. That feeds you. Congratulations, that's so delicious. Yay. And then with this middle world, again, with the Time Master, where you put your energy, ooh, right underneath Time Master is the upper world. You have learned how to marry the upper, the lower, and the middle world and to walk in balance in between both. You've learned how to dance with your shadow and how to love yourself as you are. And wow, I see the globe around this tree with the birds. You have learned how to create a stable environment for yourself where you flourish, where there is abundance and plenty and that you are the one that creates it. Nobody gives it to you. There are others who can come and share with you and you can build more together. Or, no or. It doesn't feel like or. Right? Because I was going to go into the consequence of not doing that. You've learned that you can bring in people who take from you, or you can bring in people who grow with you and who do abundance with you. And that dance between both poles, you have found a happy center ground. All right, universe, a little more illumination with this. Light it up like the 4th of July. We have the camera, reminiscing, keepsakes. And that to me feels like making memories and, again, abundance at the bottom of the deck. You have learned how to focus your energy in ways that bring you peace, fun, love. I'm even hearing dreams come true. You've literally created success and abundance for yourself in a way that you literally walk around in plenty. I'm seeing a shift, like say something happens and your energy gets down, you've learned how to sit with yourself, how to relax and how to be patient and kind and understanding, how to hold your own hand and nurture yourself, as well as how to be disciplined and take action where it's needed, right? Like, for example, like I was talking about quitting smoking. Maybe you quit something because that's what it feels like. It feels like you've reevaluated and reassessed some things and have shifted where you put your time and energy into something else that builds you. And in that, you've learned how to romanticize your life and fall in love with yourself through the actions, the love, your intentionality. There we go. That's what I was really looking for, was your intentionality with the arrow, right? You have learned you are the one. You're the one. You'll create it. You'll bring that. And there's so many on offer to share and play with. And you learn how to calibrate who can do that with you, and who's willing and who wants to, and how to leave alone those who don't, and how to pull in or bring in, not pull, not pulling, but like bring in, play with those who do. Congratulations. Okay. Next is the illumination. What have you learned from this? Like, what do you now know that you didn't know before this happened? Before this coalescing of all the things? I just saw forgiveness. I'm switching cards. Thank you, Universe Illumination. What they now know. You now know forgiveness. You now forgive yourself and others, and you've learned how to bring health and prosperity, and how to shift through what worries you and what you consider failures with courage and forgiveness, moving through the doubt into success by facing your own fears and examining your own pride, witnessing where you yourself hold yourself back, and then where you allow others to do that. And it feels like really a grand coming home to yourself, and like focusing on what it is you wish to see, what it is you wish to experience. Rather than living your life for others, you've come home to living your life for yourself. And not only living your life for yourself, but again with that romanticizing your own life, falling in love with who you are and how you move. You have done that. And not to waste your time on focusing on how you failed, or you're not good enough, or how these things didn't work out. Rejection is protection, baby. I feel like that's a new mantra for you. Like, rejection is protection. I understand that, and I honor that. And I can now act accordingly and move with a sense of peace and ease. And I can imagine and bring into this world what I so wish to have, what I so wish to experience. Again, that coming home to I'm the one. So like the illumination, what you now know is that the path forward is honoring you, is celebrating you, is loving you, and is surrounding yourself with people, situations, experiences that do just that. Literally just that. And also, there's been a big shift with having courage and forgiveness, where you worry and you feel like a failure. And so I just heard, hey, universe. So like, it's a shift from worrying and being like, oh my God, is this going to work out? How's this going to work out? And instead of doing that, going, okay, universe, this is what I would like to experience. I would like to have this, and I would like to move into this energy. I would like to have the situation look like this, feel like this, embody like this, with less of a focus on literally looking like that, but on the qualities and characteristics of how you want it to be. That's that imagination. Coming from this place of freedom. Do you see how light and vibrant that is? How healed that energy feels? Going into yourself and dreaming it up. I just saw scripting. I just saw affirmations, mantras. Hey, universe, I got a request. I want you to show me just how good my life can get. I deserve the best, and I want all of it. So go ahead and do your thing. Thank you in advance. And so it's like an embracing of that energy. Of like, hey, helper beings, it's me. Thank you. I would like this shift. I would like to experience this in this way. And literally just showing up and doing that. Which, yes, yes, yes. Okay, 4. What's now being released with this ending of a cycle? What is being released with this ending of a cycle? Line it up like 4th of July, universe. Okay. Bottom of the deck. Ancient wisdom. What is being released, universe? Okay. What it feels like to me is what's being released is this efforting towards being wise. Always constantly just doing, efforting all the things to make things happen and sitting back into relaxing and being at peace and ease with yourself, allowing your wisdom to filter in, right? You are an ancient and wise being. You don't have to make things happen. You can allow it to happen for you. And also I'm feeling like maybe you were the type of person who had the polarity of toxic positivity where like everything's gonna be okay and no matter what, it's fine. Always like spinning it in a positive way. And instead of always trying to spin it or not acknowledge the things that aren't working out, you're sitting with them, looking at them, paying attention to how this didn't work out, why this didn't work out, how does that make you feel? Like I feel like you might have been the type of person who would push away what didn't feel right or what didn't feel good or what you perceived as something negative. And now it seems like there's more of this acceptance with, okay, again, back to that rejection is protection. This didn't work out and it didn't work out for a reason. And that's okay. And also, like looking at yourself, what was your intention with it? How did you move with it? Were you efforting it? Were you trying to be happy rather than following your intuitive impulses to what actually makes you happy genuinely? As well as the slow and steady wins the race, right? Like it's almost like you got so used to slow and steady that you couldn't allow for things to happen really quick, really fast. And I feel like there's been a lot of shifts that have brought steady change, but that happened really quick, really fast, right? I feel like there were these periods of slowness and then boom, all of this stuff would come in. Boom, 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 boom. And then it would go back to being steady again and following that path, that wave, rather than trying to create the up waves of the joy, of the expansion, of the experience. It's rather just allowing the joy, allowing things to be what they are, how they are, and coming closer to yourself to find the peace within that process. And so letting go of rushing, of trying to make it happen, or things needing to be slow, needing to control it, right? Back to that, the number one, that need to control it to happen. No, it's like now I'm allowing things to happen. I'm not chasing, I'm attracting. Oh, I just heard learning neutral gen. And so learning how to sit in the stillness and just receive and be abundant, to allow things to unfold before your eyes without needing to manipulate it or make it happen. Okay, last but not least, what are you now birthing with the completion of this cycle? What is being birthed with the completion of this cycle? I'm gonna put my hands on this deck because I really do feel like new love is coming. It's on the way. It's coming right for you. But it feels like a newfound sense of love for self, of your life, of what you create, and you as the creator, you as the one, as the royal being who creates your life, the architect, the artist. Your life is a living artistry, a living piece, a living masterpiece, and a living work of art. Blah, 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 blah. I got so jumbled right there. And now it's the embracing of that. Okay, universe, what's coming in? What's being birthed anew? Light it up like the 4th of July. What's being birthed anew for my beautiful collective of beings? I hear not being so on guard, not constantly looking for the red flags. It seems like a little less surviving, more thriving in that sense of like, what's meant for me will find me. And I don't need to rush it. I don't need to make it happen. It will just come to me, and it's okay. Yeah. You have a higher level of discernment now where you can see energy more clearly for what it is. And moving beyond the need to control or to be right, and more into this like playful, soft energy Also, we have unrequited love with trust, finances and career, with releasing your ex, and worth waiting for. This doesn't feel like it's about love. This actually feels like it's about your career. This is about doing things 2020 on the timer. This is about doing things that you love. No longer selling your soul to make money in that sense, right? But actually doing what you love and letting go of the old ways of doing things and birthing a brand new way by following your own intuitive impulses, by your visions from the universe, by your higher guidance, and by your heart's call, your heart's song, like following your own heart to your own fairy tale, right? I don't mean the one that is so extraordinary and outside of you. I mean what it is you dream about, what it is that you wish to experience, your goals. The dreams are just goals, right? And like this is your own heaven on earth. And I feel like what's happening now, what you're birthing, is trusting that you can. Oh, it makes me cry. It's so beautiful. So many people live their lives surviving instead of thriving. Like you're actually truly walking into a phase of thriving. And I just saw 444 Emperor energy, like step-by-step actions that lead to success in the physical world. No longer making it happen, but actually allowing your dream career, taking the steps now to no longer do things that you don't love and to invest your energy in the things that you do love. And letting go of what no longer serves you, all of these old past dynamics, these old fears, these old thoughts. Like, thank you. You taught me such beautiful lessons, and I'm so grateful. And I no longer need you anymore. I don't ever have to live that again. I am the chooser of my destiny. I am the one. I'm the one. And so, what it is that you're birthing the new upgrade is living a life that you truly enjoy, a life that truly fulfills you, following your own heart, following your intuitive impulses, and like gainfully thriving. Literally. All right. Universe, drop me a couple just to emphasize this so I can wrap this up. Thank you. Healthy choices with balance with the twin flame card within yourself. The twin flame is the two halves of one whole self. The fully developed feminine aspect of self, the fully developed masculine aspect of self, right? And thriving, having conversations with yourself about what you would like to receive, right? That's going into your feminine energy and receiving your downloads, receiving your intuitive impulses. And then from there, going into your masculine energy to give that to yourself by taking action in the physical world. You have done it. You have reached a whole new level, confirmation burps, of balance and harmony within yourself. And there's been a maturation and a total transformation. And I think here really soon, I would say in the next 2 weeks, you're going to start seeing abundance to your investments. I think you already have been seeing abundance in your investments, but I think that it's really about to double down and it's really about to expand. Like you have created stability for yourself. You have created such a stable place that you can now thrive in ways that you've never thrived before, that you have literally only dreamed about. And so dreams coming true. You're going to be having dreams. I think the first dream is going to come true in the next 2 weeks. Something that's going to rock you. I think it's something that you've been dreaming about, and it's something that you've been seeing, but maybe haven't fully believed in, but it's happening and it's about to come in. This Scorpio new moon, or full moon, excuse me. So by the new moon, you're going to be receiving one of these things, like right away. It's coming. And it, again, I think it's something that you've been dreaming about. I think that it's something you've been planning, but it's something that may seem a little extraordinary. And when you get it, you're going to be big, happy, sobbing tears, like what people would call ugly crying, but in such a beautiful way. Such a beautiful way. I feel like this Scorpio new moon is, or full moon, I said it again, the new moon. I think that this Scorpio full moon is really creating a new you. This is a full level up within yourself to the next layer. Congratulations, beautiful beings. It has been an honor and a privilege to read your energy. I wish you a most beautiful rest of your day and the happiest and most blessed of the Scorpio full moon. Cheers, beautiful beings.